from here on, let's connect again with Mr. Mittal, who's the CMD at NBCC. Mr. Mittal, sorry to cut you over here in terms of, we just had respected Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaking in terms of the Udan scheme was concerned. But coming back to our conversation in terms of where affordable housing is concerned, where houses for urban poor have been approved. My first question to you was in terms of what's the scope of development and revenues that NBCC has out of this?
You see, when 1 lakh houses will be constructed for, economically weaker section or affordable housing, whatever you say, definitely maximum pie will come to NBCC, and immediately now our teams have been geared up to talk to all state governments, and wherever opportunities will come, we'll start these projects. And as you know that we are talking to several Western countries for technology, and we have signed 2 agreements with, one is a Hungarian company, another is in Poland, for affordable housing and cheaper houses. And yesterday also one Canadian company almost finalized agreement with NBCC. So I think this 1 lakh houses which are coming, NBCC will be most benefited company, because all these projects will be executed through state governments, and NBCC has presence, as I said, in all the states.
Right. So will this be a tender allotment? Because in terms of the other players, which are government approved, you have an NBCC, you have NCC, as well as HUDCO that will be participating. What is the process, in order to enter this space currently from the 1 lakh houses that have been given out so far?
You see, there is a difference between contractor and HUDCO or NBCC. All 3 are having different role.
Okay.
HUDCO is financing all these affordable housing schemes. They are not in execution. NBCC will be project management consultant, as you know that our 90% business is coming from that segment. And on behalf of state government and local bodies, we'll appoint the contractors and they will do the work. So NBCC will be appointed on nomination basis by the state governments, not through tendering process. And rest of the things will go as per the tendering process, and that will be done by NBCC.
Right. So what's the kind of profit margin do you get on these kind of projects from the government?
You see, we charge 7 to 12% agency charges for these kind of projects, and presently wherever we are working, and average charges are approximately 8 to 10%.
So is it 8 to 10% of the total revenue? So will it be 8 to 10% of 4,200 crores if you get the entire amount?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's going to be a big booster as well for an NBCC going ahead. But moving from there on, if you any timelines that you have heard from the government as to what's going to be the timeline to in terms of our execution is concerned for these 1 lakh houses?
No, I have not heard yet what kind of a timeline government has fixed.
Okay.
But definitely, Honorable Prime Minister has set the timeline by 2022. Everybody should have the houses. So definitely before that, these houses should be completed. But that is much more time. But I think in next 2 to 2.5 years, these houses should be completed.
Right. Moving from there on, additionally, you have been looking to sell the central CPSE's 6 units as well, and 5 of them have been identified in the first phase, if I'm not mistaken. To start off with, firstly, if you could just tell us what's the total quantum of the land that we are talking about over here?
You see, in first phase, we have started process for selling the land of CPSEs that is started yesterday, and approximate the land area is about 2,000 acres of 5 PSUs. These PSUs are Hindustan Cables, Hindustan Watches, Hindustan Bearing, then Instrumentation Corporation, then another company is steel company in Hostech in Karnataka. So altogether is about 2,000 acre land, and this process will be completed in next 1 month's time. I mean, offering these property to government entity, we have kept a timeline of 1 month's time, and after that this will be referred to respective ministries, and I think the whole process should be completed in the next 3 months' time.
Right. All right, Mr. Mittal. Thank you for speaking to BTVi and giving us all those details as well.